And it's just like, the nasty thing is like, we figured out a way to monetize struggle. No, you're wrong. We've always been able, like neoliberalism has always been a thing. We've always been able to monetize emotions. We've always been able to monetize feelings. You feel me? Somebody that deal with my feelings and my emotions in the way I deal with it. I know that we always do it like that. Right now in LA, you feel me? We got like journalists, media people that is trying to manufacture and monetize people's struggle while they deal with a natural disaster. I use that term loosely because, you know, if it's a product of climate change, global warming, like that's human cause. So I don't know, like maybe it becomes environmental, but I don't know if I want to call it just like a straight up natural disaster, because the way that these corporations been moving since the 70s and they've been knowing since then, it's like y'all been warned and y'all didn't care. Y'all place profits over people. And that's the reason why, you feel me, all them damn Netflix apocalyptic shit I be watching now starting to feel like, damn, this is the beginning of a good Netflix series of when we start to have to, you know, be really have-nots, and we live in, you know what I mean? I'm going too far now, but yeah. Their lives at stake and the news is capitalized on it, yeah. That's usually how it go. And then social media then got that way. You know what I'm saying? Where it's like, whatever tragedy is going on, if it's the way to monetize, it's the way to monetize, it's the way to do it. And it's just like, shit, what I seen happen with, you feel me? I've seen it happen now multiple times in my life, you feel me? When I was in college, I seen it happen with Occupy Wall Street. When it was cool and trendy, you had people that was spitting that shit. Once it became uncool and trendy, they dipped off. In that instance, it was more like, you know, liberal, so it was easy for, you know what I'm saying, you know what I mean, do. You feel me? More recently, we seen the Me Too movement. We seen the Me Too movement cause some steam. People was really on their gender shit, Once it got unpopular, they stopped talking about it. Now gender violence and what happened to women is like not cool no more, so we ain't talking about it no more. You feel me? Shit, in 2020, 2021, it was cool to talk about black life and police violence and all this shit. It ain't cool to talk about it no more. We don't hear about it no more. You know what I'm saying? Shit, after that, start talking about power. It's like you can go to each subject and it's like, this is bad because it causes a fake relationship that's like transactional. You feel me? I'm only gonna talk about this shit and care about it when it give me something. And it's just like, man, that's a bad model that we setting in the world we live in right now. But have you seen Dreamgirls? Nah, I don't like musicals that much. What's been up, Chi-Town 32? Man, y'all been good, man. I ain't to tune in and check one of them sports, you know what I'm saying, analysis out of y'all. I know you've been putting in, you feel me? I know that the NBA is starting to get towards that time of the season, so I'm gonna be tuning in. That's bad, but the truth is real deal. Yeah, man, I think so, man. I think the thing that is scary though is that I'm gonna go the long way of explaining this too. Right. Today I got to judge my first debate college round in 3 years, and I ain't been in that space, you know what I'm saying, since I kind of blew up on the internet. You feel me? I've been able to change my life in ways, so I ain't have to do that no more. But today I feel like, you know, judging some debates. So I'm judging this debate. It's Kansas versus, you know what I'm saying, Houston. And when I'm in this debate, I had to like have this nostalgic like memorization, like, hey, in debate, it's not about what's true. This person being more true, this argument being more true than this one, does not mean this person won the debate. They still gotta out-debate this other person, and they still gotta be persuasive while they do it. So even though this person has a less true argument or a straight-up argument that's false, if they out-debate them and it's more persuasive and getting my ballot, they win. Social media like that. And it's like, from some standpoint, it's like it make it good where you got to be certain good in certain ways of communication. But the other points, it's like you don't have to prioritize empirics of being truthful. All you got to do is feel like you can out debate somebody, or you can manipulate what a person have said, even though you misrepresent it in a way that's persuasive. People buy. You know what I'm saying? It's like this the way right here. I'm telling you, when you go type in consciously, the next thing you gonna see is consciously wife, because people have chosen to be like, hey, he got a white wife. No matter how many videos I've made about it, don't matter. You feel me? It's just like, what are we talking about? You know what I'm saying? And just like that to me is the way, like, don't have to be true. Is it persuasive? Can it be potentially true? Can it? And just like, that's what we're moving on. So I feel like just the way for genuine dialogue on TikTok been gone for a long time. And I feel like that's why I stopped doing, TikTok debates. Once I started seeing it became not about the entire debate, it became about snapshots of somebody looking like they don't know what's going on, maybe saying or stumbling over a word, or purposely trying to take a video, literally a part of a person had a 4-minute speech. You took 30 seconds of the speech and you took it. I'm talking about you tried to, man, I'm talking about you gave it a renovation. You gave the point of renovation. It's so far away from the original blueprint of what was said, we gonna call it a renovation. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, once I start, and I know, and now that I know it, I'm like, what, this and this? Like, nah. Once I start feeling like I have to explain too much of what I didn't say, I'm annoyed. And I think that's what social media has become in different ways. Like, the shit that stick is when you gotta explain some shit you not and what you're not doing. And if people feel like we ain't putting enough energy in it, then it must be true. And it's like, man, at a certain point, you be like, man, listen, believe what you want to believe, you got it. It's your world, I'm just living in it. Stay over there. That's how, like, what? Like, because it's like, talking about, you feel like a broken record. If you have to always be repeating yourself all time, after time, after time, after time again, like, what? Actually, send somebody an invitation. So when you get it, I don't want to talk to nobody. Look, when people don't like something you say, they go throw you in the fire about your, oh yeah, definitely. It is what it is though. It is what it is. I get it, man. I get it. It's a part of being on social media. And, you know, once you reach a certain point on social media, everything becomes free game to critique or talk about. And it's just like, you know what I'm saying? So how the old folks say, it's hard, but it's fair. You know what I'm saying? It's hard, but it's fair. It's like, you know, it is what it is, man. Salacious. Africa was beautiful, man. I really enjoyed being in South Africa. The people of Cape Town showed me love. I really can't return. I can't wait to return and go back. You know, man. So that's what I hated about the Marcellus execution situation. The anger was so misdirected. Yeah, but I had to eat it though. You feel me? I ate it. You know, it is what it is, man. Like social media showed me that, like, once it become trendy to talk shit about a person, especially if it's like some random ass content creator, man, listen, the train gonna go, you feel me? And the more people that hop on the train, the longer the train go, you know what I'm saying? So shit, on TikTok, I can think of 2 times I've been uniquely like, what people talking about on the timeline is some shit that consciously, supposedly did or didn't do. You feel me? And it's just like, hey, I'm only gonna spend so much time defending myself. And then after that, y'all got it. You feel me? Because I'm gonna remember, like, this the internet, y'all tripping. When you go back, take Elon, leave him there. Shh, man, Elon, folks in South Africa don't want him there either. They don't want him there either, so, you know. Say like you're throwing your stuff out there because it relates to my mental health. Yeah, man, mental health is real. Say, hey, Miss Girl, they still drag me bad on Twitter, you feel me? I feel like it's some people that get bored. Like, I'm bored. I wonder what is consciously tweeted in the last days. And then this shit, I'm talking about create entire think pieces. But at this point, I'm used to it. Like, I'm used to those think pieces. I'm used to the same criticisms. I'm used to, you feel me, the same shit that's not true. On Twitter, it's gonna automatically be he got a white wife, and it's like, man, I didn't had whole exposés, or I didn't did more than I wanted to do. Well, it's like, this a picture of my wife mom. This a picture. It's like, y'all got it. And then I know perceptually too, it's like, once you see a content creator of a certain level constantly explain themselves, even if they explain themselves in defense because they've been attacked a lot, after a while, it start looking like you crashing out. like no matter how much you've been attacked, no matter how much you need to defend yourself, at a certain point, it look like, oh, you have a, you know what I'm saying? Hey, Kyle, I do not have a white wife. Don't be lying on me now. I do not have a white wife, Kyle. That's what I'm saying, and this is what I'm saying right now. It's like literally being in college policy debate, it reminded me that truth don't matter when it's a game about communication and persuasion and by being able to out-debate the other person. So when it comes to social media, you don't even have to necessarily out-debate a person. You can just have more breadth over depth than being able to repeat the same thing over and over again and it will grow lives. You feel me? So it's like, I done made at least 6 videos about my wife being biracial. I'm not making 7. I'm not making 7, you feel me? And it's just like, I know people are being disingenuous when they do it, because it's like, when you type in consciously wife, the videos I made pop up as well. So you choosing, you feel me, to be able to, it's like, yeah, willful ignorance, but also not like from debating social media, it's like, hey, motherfucker misrepresent whatever they need to and whatever they got to be able to make a point. Talking about, man, to make a point, you got people that'll they'll jump through loops, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about, man, what? At least 6. Yeah, at least 6, maybe even wrong. My bad, Kyle. You got it, though. I said my son's in therapy when I was younger, and I can make them go back and get older. Keep being told that I'm not really pro-black because I have a biracial child, so I feel you. I mean, that conversation to me always become very regressive, because the bright line becomes about who you sleeping with and who you you know what I'm saying, procreating with. And it's like, hey, there are black people that procreate with black people and they don't do shit for the black community. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, if we talking about liberation of black people, that should be prioritized. When we start having, for me, when I would debate and argue, it's like, when we start having these arbitrary ways of defining, you feel me, what it means to be pro-black, you got it. But also it's like, hey, as self-identifying consciously, like, hey, I'm cool with me not living up to your definition or standard of what it means to be pro-black. If your interpretation of pro-black mean this and I don't fit that, that's fine. That's cool with me. You feel me? Like, I'm 34 years old right now. You know what I'm saying? I've been on TikTok since I was like 28. You feel me? And for me, it's like, I'm past the egotistical young Lee where I would try to debate somebody about their perceptions of me or what I'm doing, especially if it's inconsequential. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if you feel like I'm not living up to your standard of being pro-black, does this mean I'm gonna stop my, you know what I'm saying, advocacy and relationship towards blackness in terms of advocating for independence or, you feel me, liberation and progression for black people? It don't. So feel your way, you got it, you cool. You know what I'm saying? You got it. You know what I mean? It's just like, to me, it's like, if you got a video of me talking shit about black women, talking shit about dark-skinned black women, then you know what I'm saying? Let's talk about that. But you ain't got that shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, usually like, hey, what's the way can we discredit this guy? You know what I mean? So we gonna go for, you feel me, performative. And it's like, before I had a following on social media, I was a professor, a debate coach, activist. So it's like, the reason why I know what I know, I can talk about on social media, is from my personal experiences and from what I studied and from what I've done. So the fact that people was running with that, it's like, man, I ain't finna explain to y'all ass about, you feel me, how consciously performative. He just like, man, and every time it's happened, it's like, I'm an acquired taste. I'm not for everybody. And what I know is that a lot of these narratives people be having, that's and it's don't just apply to me, it's apply to a lot of content creators, I think. When you already don't like a motherfucker, it's easy for you to buy into something that is, you know what I'm saying, unfavorable to them. Like I peep game that's like, you said that I'm performative and I don't be doing nothing, I'm just a social media person. You already didn't like me. You already felt that I was doing something that you disagreed with. So you needed a reason, you feel me? You got this low-hanging fruit right there in your face to be a justifiable reason. To me, I feel like, just be real. For me, it's like, if I don't like somebody, and it's just like, I don't like you based off of just the vibe you give me or the energy you give me, I ain't gonna make up no reason to justify that vibe or energy. I'm just gonna just accept the vibe and energy and move on. Like, I don't need to make up nothing to justify why I don't like you or why I wanna be around you. On social media, people then figured out a way to feel like it's like I don't like this person. Even though when they made this video, they weren't thinking about me. I'm finna figure out a way to center myself in how this video is made and justify why I don't like this person. It's like, man, let's move on. The same way you scrolled on the video, you can scroll off. The same way you click follow, you can click block. And it's like, you ain't gotta make no announcements. You ain't gotta give no, but hey, social media make it where we all wanna be the star of the show. We all wanna be the star of the show. We all wanna, you feel me? And just like, our desire to all want to be, you feel me, the main character is really like this. A lot of shit that's going on right now is because of that. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody want to be the main character, and just like, man, you can't be the main character in every scene. You can't be the main character in every movie, and sometimes you just can't be the main character at all. And it's just like, that's just what it is. You feel me? Like. But you know, social media, so we all trying to clamor for attention. And when you're living in the attention economy, people willing to do a lot for some attention. And it's just like, shit, you know? Oh yeah, egos are definitely running wild. They running wild on all sides. They running wild on Team Beyonce. They running wild on Team Marxism. They running wild on Team Black women shouldn't be critiqued, no matter if they going for president or if they're a billionaire. And they're going wild on we should always critique the president and the billionaire, and everybody on their position always got to shoulder the violence that come from. It's like, man, it's like, I think that there's a lot of, you know, gaslighting going on and a lot of, you feel me, foolishness going on. And I'm still, too, like, wrapping my mind around. So, Operation Olive Branch still what? I'm still wrapping my head around that one, like. Still wrapping my head around that one. And I want to know where the money went, too. I'm curious now where the money went. And it's just like, are y'all, like, allegedly, is the FBI going to get put on anybody that says, like, because, like, man, like, I'm give y'all the benefit of the doubt, kind of rock with y'all. You feel me? But I definitely got some questions, man, because it don't look good right now. It's being real. It don't look good, but I definitely got some questions, because it's like, man, this what we doing? This ain't good, man. This ain't good, man. Have y'all seen how LA is casually on fire again? On some dystopian, yes. LA look like an apocalyptic, dystopian, sci-fi fantasy movie, you feel me? Like, LA look like a Hollywood scene, like talking about some big Hollywood exec was able to rent out the entire city to shoot, you feel me, Armageddon, like. They're looking for a reason to cancel you in a sense. Yeah, I mean, I think that it don't even necessarily be canceled. It'd be like dog pile. You feel me? Yeah, I guess sometimes it'd be like, we don't like you so much, I want this person to go that and the other. And it's like, you know. But it is what it is, man. It is what it is, you know. Social media on social media. And, you know, every day a new content creator is born, and every day somebody, you feel me, says some wild things that deserve them to, you know, have their rights read to them. And you touch on so many subjects that can't cancel you because they need you to on those other subjects. Yeah, I mean, it's the double-edged sword, you know what I'm saying? So I learned from me talking about so many subjects is double-edged sword, because the same people that love me for making the analysis about race will be the same people that'll be ready to counsel me about the analysis about gender or sexuality. The same people that love me about making the analysis about ableism is the same people that'll be ready to counsel me about making an analysis about nation politics or about, you know what I'm saying? So it's just like, it has its pros and its cons, man. Because you got some people that think that I only make content about women. You got some people that think I only make content about race. You have some people that think I only make content about sexuality. You know what I'm saying? Just like, I don't know where they be at when I'm talking about these other things, but hey, that is a part of the territory of talking about so many different instances. So now, because I talk about so many different things, people have so many different criticisms for what I say and what I do. You know, it's just like, shit, it's a part of how I do it, man. It is what it is. Brother, what degree do you have, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind you asking at all. I have an undergraduate degree in African and African-American studies. I have a master's degree in adult and higher education. I have another master's degree in human relations, and I also got like some graduate certificates as well. But yeah, Before I started doing social media full time, I was a professor at a university and I was an English teacher in high school. And it's just like, you know, how my content started, you know, first started bubbling is me being able to use the debate skills, because I was a director of debate for the University of Oklahoma, where I was also able to win like a national championship. So a lot of the things I say and do on social media be portable skills that I learned from being a debater, or that I learned from being a professor, or that I learned from being a first generation college student from Country Bryan, Texas, you know what I'm saying? So it made it where I was able to do particular things. After a while though, I started to become bigger and start to realize that people that a lot of people that just came along the journey now, they don't really know me. They don't really know where I come from. They don't know the story. So they able to really jump on different narratives about who I am and what I am. And I have to accept that comes with territory. If you want to make videos and those videos get you visibility, if you continue to make videos to get you visibility, you got to come with territory. And what come with the territory is, you know, people saying things for visibility and your attention. You know what I'm saying? In some ways, I'm very proud that my attention has become capital for some people, that they willing to do anything they can to get my attention. You feel me? And sometimes, you know what I'm saying, they come, you feel me, it has its pros and its cons. You know, there are certain companies and institutions and organizations, I know they don't care about me. They don't care about Conscious Lee. They don't care about George Lee. They don't care about me. They care about my audience. They care about how people give my post attention. You know what I'm saying? And I'll never forget that. You feel me? I'll never lose sight of that. I don't give a damn if I had 50 million followers. You feel me? And people said they really care about this, that, and the other. It's like, I know, you know what I'm saying, the people that's able to, you know what I'm saying, cash checks and pass checks. It's like, yeah, you care about the audience. You don't care about that person. And this also applies to me, you feel me? And it's like I never miss the forest for the trees, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a damn if I'm in the blackest city I've ever been to, you feel me? And I got recognized by 10 people. I'm not going, nah. And it's just social media right now where it's at, especially how people use social justice. It's like, this is your claim to fame, and it's become self-serving. So you only touching on social justice issues that bring you capital. That's not good. Like, you gotta be willing to make some risks. You gotta be willing to take some risks. And it's just like, Yolanda, man, so sadly, it's the reality that we live in, you know? It's the reality that we live in. Sadly, be your own folks sometimes, you know? It is what it is. Remember when you used to, what is it? I remember we used to wear the MAGA hats. I still got that mug, man. I still got the MAGA hat. I still got the MAGA account. I still got people that be like, oh my God, bro, you should run for president. You feel me? As a matter of fact, y'all remember when I used to get into it with Topher Town music? I must have just came across this content recently and was like, okay, bro, I see you doing good, man. So he went from like, shit, doing his Christian, going on, running up on people in Walmart, giving them $100 so they can answer a Bible verse good, to going back to being a Donald Trumpster, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know. Who's that? What's up, Ashley? Hey, Max. Damn, bro can talk. Shout out to you, man. Say now, these last days, last weeks of TikTok, man, it's been a crazy written. I feel like a script writer couldn't write this better. You feel me? Just the conflict, the amount of conflicts that's going on at one time, the fact that there's something happening in the script and something outside the script is definitely like, man, like it's like, to me, it's like, hey, LA on fire right now, right? And LA being on fire, you really got journalists and you got people in media that's trying to monetize people dealing with like dire needs of trying to not get burnt up. You You feel me? To me, TikTok like that right now, like the app on fire. You feel me? Like the app would no longer exist in a little bit. But you got people really going at each other. You know what I'm saying? It's like, to me, it's like, hey, I've been seeing these videos about this, I think this white gay dude that infiltrated the alt-right movement. And he was able to, you feel me? I'm talking about he was able to really be with the right militia where he was like in some random place, like in a random middle of nowhere, Utah. You know what I'm saying? Where he been able to, you know, sneak into this movement, you feel me, and be like a mole and be able to tell their secrets, right? ProPublica article was made. That's what I'm talking about, the ProPublica shit, right? To me, it's like, this how I think, right? While we debating with each other on the internet about capitalism and colorism and Beyonce and white mamas and black mamas and biracial people and shit, ProPublica people don't give a damn about how you feel about Beyonce. They don't care about whether your mama is black or white, you know what I'm saying? It's like, if you are a Negro and you can be identified as such in any way, shape, form, or fashion, you on that list. So it's like, after we win, you know what I'm saying, the Marxist critique, or after you win that Beyonce is, you feel me, you know, empower black women, it's like, what's after that? Because right now it's like, hey, they sharpening their guillotines, they stockpiling weapons, you know what I'm saying? They gonna be able to have almost like a pass to be able to do what they want to do, because they're gonna have people in power, judges, people like talking about all like law enforcement that allow them to do what they want to do. We debating, you know what I'm saying? We having discursive dialogue. We having discursive dialogue about, you know what I'm saying, semiotics. We have, and listen, in many ways, I identify with leftist shit and with leftism, you know what I'm saying? And a Total Media, you seen where I was going with this one, you feel me? Where I was going with this is that, like, don't get me wrong, I disagree with a lot of shit that's happening on both ways, on both sides. But it's like, the historical example of Plessy versus Ferguson don't ring a bell to nobody. Like, him being able to pass and being a biracial black person that was able to pass was the whole point of the whole case. You know what I'm saying? Like, the NAACP personally picked him because he was able to pass. As a matter of fact, he told the person in the train, like, hey, you know I'm a nigga, right? Like, I don't know, I know you think I'm white, but I'm not. That's the whole case. And then the judges literally, you know what I'm saying? It's like Plessy's whole argument was the government doesn't have a legal definition of who is black, and they don't have a legal definition of, you know what I'm saying, segregation, you feel me, on who gets to be segregated and who don't get to be segregated. That was the whole premise of, it's like, to me, it's like, if y'all was reading critical race theory like y'all said y'all was, how did you miss this part? It's like, you feel me? Like, if you was reading critical race theory the way you said you was, Plessy versus Ferguson, Brown versus Board of Education is two of the major court cases that is analyzed in this space to be able to talk about how the law is always permeated with racism and how the law always leads to, you know what I'm saying, desperate impacts of black folks. That literally was the point, right? And it's just like, talking about how the state itself, you know what I'm saying, has a very incoherent idea of blackness that's always violently trying to make it coherent. We talk that's bad, right? And it's just like, and it's like, the white folks of South Africa brought in this idea that like coloreds are not blacks, but they not white. So they just like, and going to South Africa, that was a weird place. It was like, the way they did the politics on race, it was kind of weird, you know what I'm saying? Don't get me wrong, I know I came in there with my American-centric perspective that's normalized to, you feel me, my rigid American ideas about race. But you know, when I see somebody that look like that can be my grandma, grandpa type shit, you feel me, my uncle, and it's like, I'm colored because you got a grandma or somebody that was Dutch or some shit, it's like, and you speak Bogers, I can't even think of what it's called, but it's like, it blew my mind, you know? Like, oh, word. Oh, word. Then I'm seeing more videos too about black folks being Native Americans and being the real indigenous people of the Americas, and Like, man, like, yeah. We are from Egypt. Is that what's your name? I don't know who that is. But I don't think we are from Egypt, though. We got the class of 09. Is anybody class of 09 up in here, man? Say, man, and just like, I really don't like when conflicts that white folks having amongst themselves spill into the black community. But it's like, of course we got to, because a lot of times how black folks get access and resources by being able to attach ourselves or have a proximity to white folks. So when they got problems, we got problems, because they the one that control the checks and the resources. I get it, but it's like, I don't like it. You feel me? So when I'm at the DNC, I'm seeing like the white liberals and the white leftists already was having a beast. You know what I'm saying? And just little by little, I started seeing that same distinction coming in the black community. Like, little by little, it started being like the same arguments, the same disagreements, not all the way, but a lot of similar arguments that white liberals have with white leftists, that white leftists have with white liberals. It's been coming out literally with the black community. It's just like, man, this shit crazy, man. This shit crazy. What time is it? 11:43. I think I'll give my wife some time and attention and some love. And I'll get with y'all, man. We'll see how the saga continues tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? See how the saga continues tomorrow.